Hello. I want to go through some functionality added to our Vicinity 4.47 release, which is our June 30th, 2024 release. Specifically, this is around the creation of batches, or creation of batch tickets, from the production schedule, production calendar, also the Create Batches screen. We have had the ability, of course, to convert a planned order to a batch ticket from this screen. And when we do that, there are certain settings associated with that creation process. So, for example, do you want the user to be assigning a batch number, or the system can automatically generate one? Do you want to release them once they're created? Do we want to deal with loss when we're sizing, etc., and so on? So there are a number of different options that you can pick as you create these batches. And these have always been defined at the facility level. They actually originally were just defined Create Batches settings. Some clients requested for us to be able to handle one facility different than another. So you may automatically assign batches in one facility, but manually assign your batch numbers in another facility, as an example. But we were asked, well, what about the individual batch types? So I make different types of products, and depending on which family or group or type of batch I'm making, I may want to alter these choices, these selections. And so now in this drop down, we've got, you can of course still work at the facility level, but you can also go down to the different batch type level or definition. So as I have a batch type of melt, for example, then I've got different settings associated with that batch type, which can also be represented in batch types over here on the right. So the idea here is it gives you more granularity in what happens when a batch gets created. Things like splitting batches, if you have to make multiple batches, what's the second batch size, some things like that. Now, how you set this up is actually done in under Setup, Application, and go down to the batch type that you're wanting to set up. Remember, we've had this for facilities for a very long time. Now we've added this into the batch type setup. So when I'm on a batch type, then I select the facility I'm interested in. So within this batch type, I can actually define different ways for this batch to be created depending on the facility, not just the batch type that it is. So here's my Georgia facility, and I've actually got my Create Batch screen. It's the same settings that we had. They're just put down in this section. So now when I go Create Batches, I now have the ability to pick which batch type am I interested in, what facility am I making it at, and we will inherit these various settings. So it just gives another level of granularity of control in the creation of batches process that you've got. This is available on the production schedule, on the production calendar, as well as on the Create Batches screen itself. Anyway, let us know how we might be able to help. This came directly from some client feedback, and we'd love to get some more functionality in that helps you and your operation. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.